friends, thanks for being here on my channel, Clarity with Cara Lee. Today, I've asked Spirit to come in and talk to us about what is holding you back from manifesting your dreams. What is getting in your way? What's holding you back? And what do you need to do in order to unblock yourself, I guess is a simple way of saying it. I've pre-selected some of your tarot cards in each pile here, and then in the reading we'll pull some oracle cards and maybe some more tarot cards. We'll see what Spirit has to offer for you. But yeah, I know how frustrating it can be to feel like you're stuck, even though you've been doing the work, even though you've been manifesting, even though you've been trying so hard to pull yourself out of this situation. I know how frustrating that can be, and so I really wanted to help you get unstuck, heal maybe whatever needs to be healed, walk away from whatever you need to walk away from in order to manifest the dreams that you have, the goals that you've set up for yourself, to fulfill your destiny in this life. So what is blocking you from manifesting your dreams, and how can you unblock yourself, unstuck yourself in order to manifest what it is that you've been working so hard to manifest? Pile number 1, we have the emerald. Pile number 2, we have the rose quartz. It's kind of in the shape of a heart too. And then pile number 3, we have the jasper. So select your pile, and then in the description box below, go and click on the timestamp that correlates with your pile, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey, pile number 1, this is your reading. What is blocking you? What is keeping you stuck from achieving your goals? I pre-selected some of the tarot cards here. We'll see what comes up. We'll see what Spirit is guiding us towards, and we'll pull some oracle cards in a little bit. Okay, let's get into it. We have 21 with the world here. 10 of voices, which is the 10 of swords. 8 of inspiration, so the 8 of wands. I hope you guys can see that. Okay. 10 of materials, which is the 10 of pentacles here, and then 16, the tower. Let me move this over. Move those right over. Perfect. Okay. What's holding you back? What's keeping you stuck? Let's see what Spirit is saying here. Spirit, pile number 1. Oh, wow. You've had a lot of changes that have taken place. It's kind of like this roller coaster where you get to a certain point, something happens and the bottom drops out, or you feel like something happens and the bottom drops out, and then you get some motivation and then you go forward, and then you start to make a little bit of gains, a little bit of headway, and then the bottom drops out, or something completely blindsides you and it shifts your attention away from your goals, from your dreams, and then you feel like you get stuck. And I have this sense of you saying, why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? And Spirit is saying you wouldn't be challenged so much if you weren't strong enough to face them. Your soul has a huge mission in this life of learning a sense of ease and manifesting material wealth or material things. Your soul is destined. What I'm saying is that your soul is actually destined to easily attract abundance, to easily attract finances, to easily attract wealth. But what you're going through right now is this ability to hold on to something, to hold on to the wealth that you create. I don't know if you've heard the stories of people who win the lottery, and a lot of them, I don't know what it is, what the percentage is, let's say 70%. I know the percentage is pretty high. Of the people who win the lottery, actually, I think it's within 5 years or 10 years or something. Okay, I don't have the statistics with me, but will lose all of their wealth because there's this, money is energy, right? And if you don't feel worthy of abundance, if you don't feel worthy of success, if you don't feel like it's meant for you, then you will lose everything that you gain. It's like money comes in, money goes out, money comes in, money goes out. But you can't ever build your wealth, sustain, and it's not so much holding on to wealth because that's not the flow of abundance, but it's sustaining this level of success and energy and wealth and money. When you reach it, it's like something comes along and completely tears you down, demoralizing you, I'm hearing Spirit say, and making you feel like, oh, why me? And it's that energy, that feeling, that idea of poor me, why me? Why am I always failing? Why can't I hold on to this? Why can't I sustain this level of success and notoriety and abundance and wealth? What's wrong with me? I'm hearing for a lot of you. Because you have so much opportunity here in your life. It's almost as if like you have been given so many opportunities, but you just feel like they're passing you by, or maybe you've missed a lot of opportunities in the past, or maybe somebody else got the opportunity that you were hoping for. And you know what? I don't think that that's it. I'm seeing here that you feel as though you've missed a ton of opportunities because maybe you've been dealing with other things in your life. Maybe you've missed a lot of opportunities because you've had other challenges that you had to focus on. I just feel like there's so much opportunity and success that you've reached, and maybe and like I said before, like the bottom dropped out, and now you're feeling like, oh, now you're stuck. Now you don't have the momentum to move forward. Now you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go, which way to turn. You know what? We need some more information here. Spirit, pile number 1. What is keeping them stuck? Oh, that's popped out. The Fool. Well, what is keeping you stuck? What's holding you back? Hermit. Something's keeping you from, whoa, oh my goodness. Something's keeping you from putting yourself out there. This feeling of exhaustion I'm hearing, feeling of unworthiness. But I think it's not so much unworthy because you've had so many opportunities, and maybe it's a deep subconscious belief that you're completely unaware of because you have had all these opportunities, and you're like, it's almost as if, oh my God, I had all these opportunities in the past. How come I can't manifest them now? What's happening? Why am I so stagnant? Why am I feeling so stuck? Spirit is saying that they are giving you right now the opportunity to expand on a whole new level. You've had to take a pause, and it's divinely guided. A divine redirection, so to speak, with the Tower here. You've been going through this divine redirection because there's something more meaningful that you're meant to, more meaningful that you're meant to do in the world that you can't see yet. And this tower moment, or a series of moments, this loss, maybe even loss of wealth. Maybe you built up a certain amount of wealth and then you lost it all. Or you lost a big chunk of it and it really demoralized you, or your business failed in, what we just went through. Maybe something happened with that and you were building up all this momentum, you were doing really well, and then life happened and you got stuck. You lost a significant level of financial freedom. You lost the business that you were building. Yeah, look at this. The world, the world cosmos, the world card, and then with the 10 of voices or the 10 of swords right after it, it's like the world, there was this pause. The world paused and you lost momentum, inspiration. It was a huge tower moment and you feel like a complete failure. But the energy here is not of failure. You feel like that and you feel stuck. You feel like your world completely crumbled. Everything you built crumbled. But now, because of that, new opportunities are going to blossom in your life. And there's this sense of needing to trust in yourself and to find joy within yourself, no matter what happens in the world. And to learn that, and to learn to have faith in yourself. Now, I'm not an overly religious person. I don't follow religious doctrine, whatever. But I do believe that through our spiritual practice, the idea of working on your spiritual practice is to get to a deeper sense of self-awareness and to really learn to trust in yourself. And by trusting yourself, you trust in the divine. Look at this juxtaposition of like the 8 of inspiration, which talks about movement, quick, fast movement, communication, things really speeding up, going your way. And then below it, the clarifier is the hermit, of like an abrupt sort of, I feel as if it's just like this abrupt stopping, pause, this need to pause in order to reevaluate who you are and what you want to put out into the world. A lot of these cards are diametrically opposed, like 10 of voices, which is like an ending, and the 9 of materials, which is flourishing. We have material wealth, but then we have like the wealth of aligning with your inner child, of joy, community, people who really care about you, finding out the truth of who really has your best interest at heart, who really cares about you, who really wants to see you succeed, keeping the right people in your life that are going to help you on the next level, on this journey that you're on. And you've gone through so much in the last couple of years that a different perspective is needed in order to move forward. With the Hanged Man here after the Tower moment, a different perspective after all of this struggle. You gained all this stuff, lost so much, and now it's like, okay, I need to look at things a little bit differently. How can I manage my business a little bit differently? How can I manage the people that I manage a little bit differently? What's the heart of my journey? What's the heart of my business? What's the heart of my mission? Why? Why am I doing this? What am I going to gain from this at the end of my life? I feel like some of you might be going through that, I'm not going to say a midlife crisis, but it's something similar to a midlife crisis, but it was forced upon you from the circumstances that were happening in the world. And so you've been forced into this period of stagnation in order to rethink who you want to be, why you want to be that person, and how you can serve the world. This is a realignment to your soul's mission and purpose. It's forcing you to connect with your inner child, with your inner self, with your true joy. Instead of being wrapped up in striving for success, you're being forced to go within to strive for joy. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Spirit. Now let's look at some advice in terms of, let's go here. We have the Gabby Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back Oracle deck here. I'm just going to ask, Spirit, how can pile number 1 unstuck themselves? How can they use this period of introspection to move forward and feel free again? Oh, okay. Whoa. Cards everywhere. Oh my goodness. A few cards came out, so I'm going to read all of them for you. Or 3 cards. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Wow. My capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. And finally, my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. And I'm going to say your level, also your level of faith in yourself. Faith over fear. And when you have faith in yourself to get through really challenging times with love and compassion, that's you having faith in the universe. But even in these cards, there's this message of introspection and learning to trust yourself, learning to have faith in yourself. And this is great. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions with the Hanged Muse here, or the Hanged Man, hand being. Perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. From this higher perspective, with the third eye here, this higher perspective, after going challenges that you've gone through, this like crumbling of the things that you've built, I know it's so challenging to see that this is actually for your highest good. This is an opportunity to have a higher perspective of how the world functions, the systems, how they function that you were working within, the systems that you were working in. How were they dysfunctional? How did they let you down, I'm hearing? I think this is for moving forward. So Spirit's like, okay, now that you've gone through this crumbling, look back at what you went through to see what systems were in place that either you put into place or the government or people or whatever, the systems, how did they let you down? And how can you now fill the gap now that you see the truth? And how can you serve from this higher perspective of knowing what failed you and seeing what failed you and how it failed you before? And how can you build your life stronger I'm seeing like a castle with the moat and the walls, like the defenses. How can you build up your defenses? Not saying that you need to be in a defensive position, but how can you be stronger when an earthquake happens? I'm seeing like an earth shattering, like an earthquake or a natural disaster happening. Like even if it is a natural disaster, or if it is a crisis, political crisis, whatever the next thing that's going to hit the world is, how can you prepare yourself next time? What failed you in this last few years, and how can you prepare yourself for next time? So what's keeping you stuck right now is this feeling of failure, feeling of having no control. After when something happens in your life, you could literally lose everything, that you have no control over that. Accepting and moving forward, and in order to move forward after this devastation I'm hearing, in order to move forward, it's important to have faith in yourself. Come back to a sense of joy, really reflect on what happened, how it happened, and think about how you can prepare for the next time, but really doing it from a place of love and thinking about like, how can I serve for the highest good? Looking at the systems or things that failed in your business, in your work, in your life, in your communication, in your perceptions maybe, looking at the holes and building a stronger foundation in the future. There's no, and this is all really, these are great opportunities for you to shift your perceptions, to focus on joy and love instead of just focusing on the end goal, instead of just focusing on the money, focusing on what brings you joy. Because at any time things can crumble, but if you're always in your joy and your passion and your love, you won't fail. And even if, you know, a catastrophe hits and maybe your business fails or something were to happen, you know, if we don't want to, you know, put that out there, but like if something were to happen, nothing can steal your joy. And so building a strong foundation of self-trust, resiliency, passion, fortitude, like just building this stronger inner base, inner foundation of strength, internal power, knowing that you are following your true north, no matter what that is, no matter how crazy it might be. Because we've seen that like things can crumble at any moment that we have no control over, but the world, the powers that be, can never steal your joy. I'm hearing let go and let God. So just let go of maybe forcing yourself to follow a plan that was set out for you before. This is a really great opportunity to follow your true north, be your true self. Fill yourself with joy and wonder at the world, at who you are, nature, you know, just being able to breathe, you know. So it's all about perceptions. What's really holding you back, what's blocking you from manifesting the next level in your life, moving forward after the devastation that you experienced, is your perceptions. Your perceptions of failure, your perception of being held back. Your, like, what does it mean to be held back? What can it actually do for you? It's all about your perceptions and coming back to a place of joy and faith in yourself and in the universe. Because there's so many opportunities here. You have the intelligence, you have the vision, you know, I don't see you as being somebody who is afraid of taking a risk. We have the Fool card here underneath the world. Like, you're very worldly. You have no problems taking a risk. but it's almost as if you're wondering, like, how did I fail? Why me? It's like this poor me mentality, when instead of looking at it in terms of poor me, look at it in terms of how can I use this to my advantage? So it's all about your perceptions in this challenge that you're going through right now. Let's pull a couple more oracle cards. Can we, you know what, let's go pull from the energy oracle deck and let's see if Spirit has any sort of like hints as to what you can do to heal. I mean, we've already talked about shifting your perceptions, tapping into your joy, using this moment of pause as an opportunity to reflect on how you can build a stronger foundation so it's less, what's the word, penetrable. so when something happens, it's not so earth-shattering, you know. Oh my gosh, today Spirit is just like, recently Spirit's just pouring cards out. So I'm asking Spirit, essentially, you know, what can Spirit give us an idea of what's to come, and also any other sort of last parting words of wisdom in terms of healing, and really how do you change this perception? And I just feel like faith is a really important, I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, storm warning. Ooh, man with a heart. Man holding a heart, man holding a coin in the temple path. That's quite the journey, isn't it? This could be a person, but I'm thinking that it's more about I think Spirit is really saying, especially with the Six of Cups over here, that yes, inner joy is really important, but also, and I mentioned this sort of in the beginning of the reading, although there's not a ton of other cards that suggest people in your life that don't have your best interest at heart. Maybe with the ton of materials here with the community around the tree, you know, you can see a group of people who have really experienced suffering through this challenge, or maybe you feel like you let people down when something crumbled. But what I'm seeing here is, and there is a lot of masculine energy in this reading. So I don't know if there's more men watching this, more masculine energy watching this video, but I'm just seeing, like, have faith in your own abilities. Align yourself with love and with people who love you, who really love and care about you. Align yourself with a community of like-minded, like-hearted people. And man holding a coin, this is just like about building those proper foundations. It could be somebody coming into your life that's really going to help inspire you. If this is feminine energy, people watching this, this could mean that somebody coming into your life is going to help support you through this storm that you've been going through, and who will help support your vision and your goals, and show you, I think, the temple path. So this is like following your vision, following your true north, following your calling, listening to the calling of your soul and following through. But I think that if this is a feminine energy watching this, there could be a masculine energy type person coming into your life who's wears their heart on their sleeve, is very open-minded, open-hearted, and can really show you through a reflection or a mirroring how strong you really are, how much love you have inside of you, how worthy you are of aspiring towards your goals. And a lot of the times our partnerships and our friendships even are a reflection of what's going on in our internal world. And so as you do some healing work, as you do some internal reflection work, you are going to feel I'm hearing at ease in your self. And as you become more at ease and trusting of yourself, after going through all of these really hard times, after going through this crumbling, you will look up after this hermit moment, after this time of introspection, you will look up and eventually your surroundings are going to reflect what you've now built, the strength you've now built internally. Relationships. You'll be really discerning and intentional about the people you let into your life. Not only in your romantic life and your friendships, close interpersonal relationships, but also in your business relationships as well. You are going to really have a hard grasp on the environment that's conducive to your success. And success for you in this lifetime is really about falling into alignment with your soul. And that can also be what this crumbling is about. Divine redirection and inspiration to help you align with your joy, with your inner child, heal your inner child, and align with your true purpose. Sometimes it takes really devastating challenges that we have to go through in order to see, aha, this is what's wrong with our world, and this is how I'm going to help fix it. This is how I'm going to serve. And then as you align with that, the right people are going to come into your life to help you on your journey, your soul family. And your soul family can be, like I said, interpersonal relationships or also business, financial, work-related relationships that are here to help you succeed or everybody succeed at the same time. But after going through the crumbling that you went through, and this could be about relationships, although this man holding a heart is the only relationship kind of card that I see. But after going through this crumbling, you're going to be inspired. It'll inspire you to build something anew, something solid, something founded on your own internal, your truth, helping to build a new world. But that can only happen when you have faith in yourself. And by having faith in yourself, you'll have faith in the divine and this new perspective of like how things can be managed, how things can be communicated, all this stuff, but just, how you can go about your business with more intention and awareness and love and joy. And the focal point to be inspiration and joy and love and connection rather than just simply financial gain. I'm going to leave that right here, pile number 1. I hope that helped you. I hope it resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up, comment, let me know how it resonated for you, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any readings if you're not subscribed already. I also offer private personal readings. You can find the link to that in the description box below. Thanks so much, pile number 1. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So I pre-selected, I'm going to move that stone from the last one. I'm going to put your rose quartz over there. I pre-selected, or Spirit and I pre-selected some of your tarot cards. I'm going to pull some more oracle cards and tarot cards as we see fit. And let's get into it. What is it, Spirit, that pile number 2, what's keeping them? What's blocking them from manifesting their dreams? What's blocking them from moving forward? So we have Temperance, number 14. The Sun. Wow, look at all, literally all 3 major arcana and the extra card from this deck, the White Newman Tarot deck. Wow, this is like a huge moment in your life of shifting what is no longer serving you is falling away. And I'm hearing from Spirit, what's blocking you, the major thing that's blocking you is impatience. These dark thoughts, this dark energy of impatience, of not taking care of yourself, of being in a rush to get to the next phase, the next level. It's almost too plainly, it's almost too plain, you know? It's almost too simple, but really hard to implement. Slowing down, relaxing, taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself, focusing on you, focusing on balance. Like, that is a really hard thing to do when we're trained, conditioned to be so caught up in the world, to be busy, to force things to happen. It's like the more you are trying to force things, the longer it's taking. And I just see with the black new moon here, which is like the dark side of yourself, your shadow self, which is just like these worries that, oh my God, it's taking so long. What's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Am I unworthy? It's all of these perspectives of being unworthy, not being enough, not being deserving of opportunities, of joy, of love, of basking. I'm seeing, like with the sun here, basking in the joy of life, of the sun, of complete and total transformation. Like, you are going through let me just say this. You are going through a complete and total transformation right now. And it is painful. It is slow and painful. But the spirit, the universe, your future self wants you to know, like, you got this. On the other side of all of this pain and all of this growth and all of this slowness is a life worth waiting for, I'm hearing. You know what? Let's get some more information. Yeah, what's holding you back is your own thoughts, your own subconscious beliefs about what you're worthy of what's destined for you, and impatience. But this is a huge growing period for you. Growing pains. It's happening right now, and you feel, I'm seeing, like, you just feel stuck, you feel unworthy, you feel like, what am I doing wrong? Why me? This is too slow. Yeah, so we have Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, so these Wands. Yeah, it's like you really want things to move faster. You have this vision, you have this idea, you're putting your creative work out there, and you're like, why is nothing happening? And I've been working really hard, and I don't see any of the benefits to what I've been working on, like physically working on. Wow. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Anything else, Spirit, with this tarot deck? Can we get some clarity on what's holding pile number 2 back from manifesting their dreams, this vision that they have here with the Ace of Wands, this vision, this insight? Actually, I feel like, oh, the Spirit is like, no. No, okay. Nothing else is coming up there. You're waiting. You're waiting for inspiration to hit, I'm hearing. Waiting for inspiration to hit with the Ace of Wands and the Sun here. You're waiting for something to act on. Maybe some of you are generators. If you follow human design, you might be a generator and you're just waiting for something to act on. Or even if you're a projector, I'm a projector. If you're a projector like me, you're waiting for an opportunity to come that you've been waiting for, that you've been trying to manifest, and it's not happening. But what's blocking you from having that come in is you're not nourishing yourself. You're impatient. You're stressed out about, when is this going to happen? Am I worthy? All of these self-limiting beliefs, this lack of faith in yourself, in the divine, that is preventing whatever it is that you're trying to manifest from coming in. So it's like I see somebody holding themselves too tightly, holding yourself too tightly, bracing for really bad things almost. It's like you're bracing for tragedy, but it's not coming. And so you're just sitting in this defensive position, waiting. And time, I'm hearing like a clock ticking. I guess if you like a wall clock, an old clock, monologue clock ticking, or monologue, what's it called? Not monologue, oh my God, what's the word? Analog clock, just like ticking by tick, 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 and you're just like tapping your finger, all stressed out, waiting, when is this gonna happen? Watching the clock. A watched clock or a watched phone never rings. Have you ever heard that saying? A watched phone never rings. And so Spirit is saying, get out of your head, get out of your own way, and focus on taking better care of yourself. Raise your vibrations with the Temperance card here, and have some patience. Everything happens in its own timing. Opportunity is coming. Inspiration is coming. Things are going to start to move really quickly. But before that they do, you have to work on releasing these self-limiting beliefs, shifting the way you, I'm not going to say manage your time. I think it's more like managing your energies, focusing on what brings you joy, focusing on nourishing yourself, doing some yoga, exercising, feeding yourself really well, a wholesome meal plan, whatever is right for you, for your body, for your energy. Writing in your journal, playing, I'm seeing here, like if you play sports, like really focusing on things that bring you joy, especially if you love sports, playing basketball, playing some soccer, tennis, whatever it is that you like to do. Consciously, intentionally shifting your energies. Deconditioning, with the Black Newman here, deconditioning yourself from a lifetime of I'm seeing somebody always waiting for the next thing. Prioritizing rest and joy. And as you do that, inspiration will come to you. As you focus on your joy, things will start moving faster. And I see here that you might even get the offer, the opportunity that you've been waiting for as you're busy focusing on yourself. But yeah, this is fairly simple for this reading. Simple to say and to see, but not simple to do. I respect that. I'm not going to take that pain away from you, but this is definitely a growing pain season. What do we have here? When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. I wish I could cross out love there and just like passion. When I focus on my inner light or joy, I see the world through the lens of passion and flow even. So Spirit is really, really calling you right now in order to unblock yourself, unstuck yourself, in order to manifest what it is that you've been working on manifesting. Focus on your on your own tranquility, joy, light, fun. Have some fun. Oh my goodness. Have some fun, please. and work on those self-limiting beliefs, the Death card here. The Death card is a lot about internal transformations, where the Tower is a lot about external shifts, external transformations, things maybe that are out of your control, shock. But the Death card is slower. It's more about internal transformations, looking at internal subconscious beliefs that have been holding you back, conditioning from childhood, from your family, from the world that you grew up in, the systems that you grew up in, that have impacted your ability to see how magical of a being you actually are, that have trained you to just be like this trained monkey, doing what others tell you to do. But now is a time for this inner transformation where you find your own truth. You start following what brings you joy, what excites you, what energizes you. Maybe there's another card in this oracle deck. No, too many, Spirit. Okay. Ugh, 3 more, Spirit. 3 more cards here. I honor how I want to feel. Oh my God, that's perfect. I honor how I want to feel. Do you like feeling rushed and worried and stressed out? Do you like not feeling healthy in your body and in your mind? No, you don't. You know, those, even like, I think that this has a lot to do with healing coping mechanisms, ways that you've learned to cope with your stress, to cope with impatience and anxiety and worries and fears through unhealthy eating habits, through relationships that are harmful to you, toxic relationships and friendships and all of these things. You've learned to use them to cope with drama and stress and painful emotions. But now is an opportunity for you with this block, this thing that's blocking you from manifesting your dreams and goals and this offer that you've been waiting for. Spirit wants you to honor how you want to feel. How do you want to feel in this new opportunity? How can you embody your future self? What does it feel like to embody the success, the joy, the love, the inspiration, the things moving really fast? How will that actually feel in your body? Start to bring that feeling, the sensations, the very real sensations, the feelings into your body right now. And that'll be easier to do when you're taking care of yourself, when you're attuned to your own needs. Energy flows where my intention goes. So here we have Ace of Wands. It's kind of like an intention card. And then we have the 8 of Wands, which is the flow. So we have energy flows where my intention goes. So if you focus on the intention of nurturing, and loving and caring for yourself and having a little bit more patience and breathing and eating healthy and all that stuff, energy is going to flow there to you. You are loving yourself, so the universe is going to love you back, if that makes any sense. Tell me if it resonates in the comments below. Should have applied to pile number 1 too, but it came up for you. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid discomfort. And isn't that what challenges are all about? I think this has a lot to do with the Death card here. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid discomfort. The challenges that we go through in life, the delays that we go through, are an opportunity for us to find deeper meaning and truth in this life. It helps us align with the person we actually want to be when we become aware of how being our not self is hurting us, if that makes any sense. For those of you who follow human design, that'll make sense to you. But being somebody who you're not meant to be, that delays gratification. it's kind of counterintuitive to the way we've been programmed to be in this world. Be this, do this, be like everybody else. This is how you are successful. This is how you win over a partner. This is how you meet somebody. This is who you need to pretend to be in order to get what you want. But that only causes internal struggle, which eventually over time is reflected in our external world. And then it's a cycle. So you go through these external struggles as long as you become aware of them and then look within at how they came about by not being your true self, by not following your intuition, by not taking care of yourself. Then you see this opportunity for expansion with the awareness of like, aha, not being myself gets me into trouble, gets me stuck, puts me in a position of not where I don't want to be, of being somebody I don't want to be. And I want to be different. I want to be healthy. I want to be joyful. I want to spread joy and love and goodness. You know, I want opportunities to fall into my lap. And how do I make that happen? And the universe in this situation specifically, your spirit guides are saying by nurturing yourself, by focusing on your joy, by shifting your internal programming, becoming aware of the thoughts, feelings, actions, words that are no longer serving you, and shifting them with intention, with the Ace of Wands here, shifting that negativity. I'm not going to say with positivity, because there's a thing called, toxic positivity, and that doesn't heal anything, but you need to be aware of those internal demons, heal them, transmute them, alchemize them so that you can grow, so you can shift your energies at a cellular level with conscious intention, with love and compassion for who you were and why you are this way. You might feel stuck in this like negativity loop of like just negativity and discomfort, not really happy, but you want to be. And just that desire to want to be fulfilled, to want to be happy, to want to spread and share love is a part of the journey of actually transmuting that pain into joy, fear into love, and faith. No, not that deck. Deck's just not wanting to come out today. Okay, doesn't want to come out and play with us. Okay, Spirit. Anything that we can see that's coming in for pile number 2? Any last parting words of wisdom in terms of healing and transmuting, alchemizing this pain? How can they shift this feeling of impatience? How can they focus on joy? Any other messages, Spirit, for pile number 2? How do they get unstuck? Oh my gosh. Magician in the mirror. What did I say? Did I say that in this group? Your external world is a reflection of your internal world. And so you're being called right now to become the magician, to embody your future self. I did say that. You need to start embodying your future self in order to see it reflected in your external world. You are this magician. And what you're going through, this huge internal transformation, is a part of your soul's journey. So start embodying what it is that you want, the opportunities that you want to come into your life. Embody the person who was going to tackle these new opportunities, who's going to be successful with these new opportunities. Feel that within yourself right now. And at the same time, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, love yourself, find your joy, just have more fun. And things will start moving a lot faster think. Yeah, look at door to spirit. And at the bottom of the deck, we have patience here for 16. The door to spirit, the door to your future self, let's say, is through joy, is through alchemizing your internal pain and struggles, transmuting the pain, the darkness, the fears, the struggles, the limiting self-beliefs into self-trust, into self-empowerment, into self-belief, passion, purpose, and nourishing yourself along the way, having more fun. That's what I have for you, pile number 2. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If it resonated with you, comment below. Let me know how it resonated. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so you don't miss anything that I post. And I also offer private personal readings, and you're welcome to book yourself into my schedule via the link in the description box below. That's all for now. Have a great day, night, whatever you're watching this, and we'll talk soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, this is your reading. We're looking today at how you can, what's holding you back from manifesting your dreams, what's keeping you stuck, and how can you heal or transmute that into manifestation. What's holding you back from manifesting your dreams, and what can you do to get the ball rolling, so to speak. So I pre-selected, Spirit and I pre-selected some of your cards, and then we'll pull some more oracle and tarot cards as we go along. I wanted to just sort of get this out there and started here. So we have 7 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, 9 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. I'm hearing pulling the wool over your eyes. So if you see, I'm drawn to this in the High Priestess. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Over her closed eyelids are eyes. And then we have the crescent moon here at her crown chakra, being really connected to spirit. But what I'm seeing for you is this like somebody pulling the wool over her eyes. I think that you're a very intuitive person, but that you don't trust yourself. You get these like downloads. So this is my very spiritual pile. I don't know if you're already a psychic reader, a tarot reader, or you're just starting out, but it's almost as if you don't trust the downloads with the 6 of Pentacles here. It's like Spirit is offering you all of this information, these insights, these downloads, but you don't trust it. And it's keeping you trapped from putting yourself out there. Maybe you're a psychic intuitive or a tarot card reader or a spiritualist in some way. It might not be that, it doesn't have to be, but you have this divine gift. You have this divine gift that was given to you, that you were meant to have in this life, something that comes to you really easily and naturally, but you don't trust it. You don't believe it almost. And the not believing in yourself comes from conditioning from the past, these barriers to entry. I'm seeing like barrier to entry. Maybe maybe you have this perception of the bar being too high to apply for a job even. Maybe you have these natural skills that will, that you know would be great for an opportunity, a job that you've been looking at applying for, but you don't have the necessary education or skills or whatever. And so it's preventing you from putting your resume in there. It's preventing you from reaching out and saying, hey, like, I think I'd be really good at this opportunity. What do you think? So a lot of this is your own self-limiting beliefs that are keeping you trapped from putting yourself out there with the Page of Swords here. It's preventing you from submitting your resume. Even it could be so simple as like submitting your resume, or it could be not wanting to start a social media channel or a YouTube channel because you feel like you don't trust your own gifts. You don't think that you'll be able to make it, so you just don't. But Spirit's saying you have these divine gifts. Yeah, so what's keeping you stuck from manifesting your dreams is literally not believing that you have what it takes. And that's keeping you trapped. And so even though you have this desire to do it, and you have this inkling to do it, Spirit's like giving you these little spiritual nudges, you're like, no, not for me. Oh, I can't do it. There's too many other people. I mean, this isn't necessarily a card of comparing. The Nine of Wands isn't necessarily a card of comparing yourself to other people, but it is a card of not believing in yourself. Self-betrayal, keeping yourself stuck. Look at this fence here in this card here. A little gap in the fence. She could easily step over it, but chooses not to. She chooses to stay within the boundaries of her safety net. And so some of you might also be really risk avoidant. It could also be a little bit of like fear of not having, so it's a bit of like fear of not having what it takes, maybe a bit of financial insecurity. You feel like maybe it's not going to provide you with the financial security that you need, but that's still an internal fear. That's still not having any faith in yourself and not having faith in the divine, in these divinely guided skills and insights that you have. And when you don't have faith, that's this like lack of self-trust, of self-belief, which comes from the conditioning of the past that you've experienced. Maybe past failures have kind of told you, you shouldn't put yourself out there. But you're getting all of these downloads, but you're not listening to them. You're not believing in them. You're not following through on them, and you're keeping yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself from putting your thoughts, your ideas, your voice out into the world. You're holding yourself back, and that's preventing you from manifesting your dreams. So instead of, I feel like I see somebody just sort of daydreaming, wanting something, but not actually taking the action that they need to take in order to achieve their dreams. And it comes from a place of self-betrayal, of not believing in yourself, and you're lying to yourself, saying that I'm not good enough. I don't have what it takes. It's too hard. I don't know what I'm doing. Like all of these questions, all of these excuses are just a mask for protection. You've learned to protect yourself, to hold yourself back, to hide, because that kept you safe in the past. And that's natural, that's normal part of being a human being who's experienced pain and loss and suffering, and has experienced people telling them that they're not good enough or they shouldn't do this thing. But that's other people's opinions, and other people's opinions is based on their own internal self-limiting beliefs and ideas about how society or whatever, their own egos. But you've internalized their opinions about you and about what it is that you want to do. You've internalized their beliefs, their opinions, and now they have become your own beliefs. And those limiting beliefs are keeping you stuck, keeping you hiding, keeping you from believing that you have what it takes. putting yourself out there. Maybe some of you are not just writers, but you have this divine gift. It was literally a gift given from the divine. See how this hand is reaching down, giving this person these pentacles here? This gift here. This is your purpose. Whatever it is that you're feeling that you could do, that maybe you want to do, that's a part of your divine purpose. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe some of you are authors. See this Page of Swords with the book here, and all of these. She's holding a balloon of light bulbs, of ideas and inspiration. The birds, communication, wanting to sing a song. Maybe you're a songwriter. But the idea is to share your gift with the world, that you do have what it takes. And the gift that you're thinking of, that you're holding yourself back from putting out into the world, your talent is a part of your divine purpose, but you're holding yourself hostage. You're holding yourself back because of these thoughts and ideas, these self-limiting beliefs that were conditioned in you from painful past experiences you might not even remember, but it's a part of your self-limiting beliefs. Let's get some more guidance from Spirit in terms of what's holding pile number 3 back from manifesting their dreams, and how can they shift this state of being so, I'm hearing like feeling so, I guess, handicapped, feeling like restricted by your own self, by your own not self, if you follow human design. We have the Chariot and the 9 of Cups. Confidence. I mean, this is confidence. Action, taking action, moving forward, even though you don't necessarily feel ready. I'm also hearing, for some, this might be some, like managing your expectations. But mostly like taking action and following through. Being the inspired leader in your field. And leader is subjective, right? This is just like putting yourself out there and believing in yourself, believing that you have what it takes, taking action, making moves to get to where you want to go. Even if the steps might seem really small, it will propel you a lot further than you think. And then with the white and the black horse here, controlling your emotions, staying steadfast, on your path, maintaining course. I don't know what it is. On a ship, the person, or maybe a captain of a ship, like having that, I'm seeing somebody that has the telescope and they're looking out at the horizon, at the ocean, even though they can't see where they're going, when they're in the middle of the ocean and they can't see land, but you're always looking for it. You're always navigating, trusting yourself to navigate yourself to your final destination. Yeah, this, and with the 3 of Swords, it's like having faith in yourself, even though you've been really hurt and betrayed in the past, by yourself, by your family, by loved ones who've told you that you're not good enough and you shouldn't do that, and that's not the right profession that you should go into, that's not honorable, that's not, correct. It's better to just work really hard at something you hate, and that's just how life is. These internal beliefs are keeping you blindfolded to your truth. This could also be generational trauma, like the beliefs within your family that tell you that this is how you make money, this is how you succeed, this is how you build a relationship, this is how life is supposed to go. And it can be really hard to break free from that fence, from that enclosure of familial belief systems. And a part of, I think, your soul purpose here is to break through those family, the generations of limiting beliefs of how life is supposed to be. Like, your whole purpose here is to break free from that, to build anew, to start new traditions, to really have confidence in yourself and confidence in your abilities, in your God-given talents. I have to say, like, you have confidence in them. And as you have confidence in yourself, look at this figure here. I'll just put that there, just as this figure here is literally attracting so much joy and abundance with the love that she has for herself, or the love they have for themselves. Focusing on your internal compass, your joys, your love, your truth, your confidence, your self-awareness, it's going to bring all these opportunities to you. Look at all these opportunities coming towards you. All of these eyes that are on you because you're just exuding so much joy, living your authentic truth, expressing yourself, your talents that you have. Bringing justice, I love this, bringing justice to the world through being yourself. And I think in this sense, justice, when we were just talking about generational trauma, it's like balancing out or cutting the cord of the past. This could also be past lives, doing a cord cutting session. That could be something that I'm hearing Spirit saying. A cord cutting session, vows of poverty, vows of celibacy, all that kind of stuff from past lives, from even early on in this life. Yeah, look at that, past lives. I think this has a lot to do with family, generational trauma, breaking family traditions, cutting ties with the stereotypical way of being in this world, in this life, the way that your ancestors used to be, really changing the way that you feel safe putting yourself out into the world. Tapping into your joy. But I do think that this has a lot to do with healing generational trauma, healing and shifting the way that you present yourself to the world, presenting yourself authentically, truthfully, aligning with your true self, trusting that who you are is correct. Does that make sense? So these self-limiting beliefs are like lies that you tell yourself that keep you stuck, keep you from manifesting your dreams. Even these are lies, I think, that your family told you. And they're not lies in the sense that there's this intention of lying to you to keep you from flying free, from being yourself, all that kind of, all that jazz. But, it's based off of their own ideas about how we should show up and live and succeed and love and in this life. And those are lies that they were told by their family, or lies that crept up into their mind, those their own self-limiting beliefs that happened from their own painful past experiences. And they learned how to protect themselves and shield themselves from pain by limiting themselves. Trauma is a generational curse. It hurts. It prevents families from being true to themselves and really coming together and supporting each other on their journeys, feeling safe being who they are, who they're meant to be. But I see you taking on this role in this life. Maybe this is a soul mission here, taking on this role of breaking free from family traditions, from the lies of order, I'm hearing, if that makes any sense. Not following suit, being your true self, believing in yourself, and really honoring that inner child who learned, who was conditioned to not be true to themselves because of beliefs that were part of the family system. I'm hearing, and for a lot of you, I'm seeing Spirit telling you to go back into your childhood and do some inner child healing here. Remember, I'm hearing, remember who you were. Remember who you were born to be, and be that. Focus on internal healing. The energy around this pile feels very heavy, a huge responsibility, a huge undertaking in this life to heal generational trauma, to shift beliefs in this life so that future generations within your family can be free to be themselves. It's a big task, it's a big role, it can feel really hard, but you can do it. You have what it takes. You were meant to do this. So Spirit is saying, in order to unstuck yourself, in order to manifest the things that you want, you have to be yourself. You have to put yourself out there, heal, and then as you do that, heal your inner child, your inner wounds, and balance will come, justice will come. And justice in terms of feeling free, setting yourself free from limitations that were put unfairly onto you. Okay. A couple cards from this oracle deck for some inspiration, for some guidance in terms of pile 3, getting unstuck and following their divine life purpose, trusting in these like nudges that they're getting. It can be really hard for creatives, spiritual teachers, creative people to follow their passion when a family that they grew up in doesn't consider those pursuits wise. But screw that, screw traditions in that way anyway, and be yourself, be true to yourself. I know it's hard. I know. 2 9s, 2 6s in your reading. A lot of multiples of 3. So with that, there's expansion. This is the soul purpose. This is the soul mission. This breaking, cutting cords, healing generational trauma. There's so much expansion that needs to happen here that you're in the process of doing, of expanding. Words of wisdom from this deck. No, Spirit's not feeling that deck right now. Here we go. There's no wisdom to be gained for you from that deck. Okay, here we go. This one. 5th chakra. Archangel Gabriel. What did we say about putting yourself out there? The throat chakra. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel is all about like communication, putting wisdom, what creative potential. Ask Gabriel for help creating something, writing something, communicating something. Who is it that you're meant to be? Communicate that, be that, express that. Woman holding a heart. Yeah, but I mean, I see that the woman holding a heart is just having love and compassion for yourself, for the person that you haven't been able to be, for your inner child, having love and compassion for your past selves at different ages. You know, you've put yourself out into the world the way that you were trained to put yourself out into the world. And you did that for your own survival, to feel connected and included with your family, because that's how we survive as children. We do the best that we can to be who we are, who our parents, our families, circle of trust want us to be, because that's how we get love and connection and attunement, and that's how we survive. We need that in this life to survive. And when you were programmed to be anything but yourself in order to get love, then that's what you carried on doing throughout your life. And so Spirit is saying it's time for you to heal that past self, to acknowledge where that comes from, this lack of self-trust and self-awareness, where that comes from, and heal that, transmute it, alchemize it, so that you can now be yourself. And the way to alchemize that, the way to transmute and heal, is to start acting in accordance with who you truly are. Your passion, speaking your truth, expressing yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, even when people you don't feel like they're listening, or they don't respect you, or they don't want to hear it, or whatever. I mean, within reason, with respect, you know, with love anyways. This is just, to me, saying just having so much love for yourself and compassion for yourself. And your spirit team is with you. We have a lot of threes, or like multiples of three, or things are multiples of three. So that's expansion. We also have 44 here, which comes to 8, but also 44 is just like the number of being fully supported by the universe. Who you are, just as you are, is supported by the universe, is your divine gift. Your creative thoughts, inklings, that's a divine gift. Be that person. Last 2 cards for this deck. Oh yeah, look at this. We just have so much expansion here. Soul alignment is happening right now. And I know you feel stuck, but you feel stuck because you feel like you can't be yourself. And when you start to express yourself and be your true authentic self, things are going to start moving for you, and you'll be able to manifest what you actually want, not the things that you think that you want. I have 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, with the crown chakra there. And actually that's like 444, another 4, 12, another. Okay, I'm not going to do the numbers. It's just getting off track. The thinking woman. Look at an alignment with the page, the version here. The Page of Swords, thinking woman, they're kind of the same, right? Thoughts, ideas, inspirations, transformation, expressing yourself. This is through like the thinking, the written word. They're both holding these books here. So I don't know if you're writing a book, writing poetry, writing music. This is a confirmation from the universe that that's what you are actually meant to be doing. Or just really just putting yourself out there. Your thoughts and your ideas are actually downloads from the universe telling you you're meant to put these ideas out there, this creative project out there. That is your truth. Don't deny it anymore. Stop denying your true self. So what's holding you back from manifesting your dreams? You're not aligned with your true self. You don't believe that you should do what you feel you want to do, and that's keeping you stuck. That's really hurting you, and it comes from generational trauma, your ancestors believing certain things, and you're here to break those family limiting beliefs, those family traditions, so to speak, and create new ones, and to break the barrier of future generations break the glass ceiling, so to speak, of future generations to allow them to be true to themselves within your family network. It's a huge undertaking, but you have the strength to do it. Spirit wouldn't have given you this gift, this insight, this life. You wouldn't have chosen this life if you weren't prepared to do it. So a lot of inner child healing needs to happen. There's a lot of work ahead of you, my dear pile number 3, but you have what it takes. And this is, if you need it, this is permission to go ahead and start living your truth. Start doing what you feel like you have always wanted to do, but have held yourself back. You will find success when you start to align, and whatever success means to you, but you will find success when you start to really express your true self, align with your true self, accept the gifts of who you are from Spirit, and start expressing that person. This is what I have for you, pile 3. Thanks for being here and sharing your energy with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment with how it resonated if that you feel called to, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any readings that I upload. And yeah, I also private personal readings as well, so if you would like, if you're interested, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening, day, morning, whatever time you're watching. Thank you. I'm so blessed to have you here with me.